There's a specific number in your bank account that flips a switch in your brain. It's not six figures, and it's definitely not $1 million. It's not the kind of number that gets applause online or makes people stop scrolling. It's quiet, it's unglamorous, but despite being far smaller than what most people chase, it has an outsized impact. Crossing this number fundamentally changes how you feel about money, how you react to financial stress, and how you make decisions on a daily basis. It doesn't look impressive from the outside, but internally, it changes everything. Welcome to Know It Quick. This number is $20,000. And if you've ever felt stuck in the cycle of checking your balance with dread, opening your banking app and instantly feeling anxious, or mentally calculating bills before the month even ends, you need to understand what crossing this line actually does. This isn't just another savings goal. It's a psychological firewall that separates a life dominated by financial fear from one fueled by genuine momentum. On one side is constant stress and reaction. On the other side is control and forward motion. I'm your guide to understanding money's real rules, and if you want insights that cut through the noise instead of adding to it, hit subscribe. So what's the big deal about 20 grand? Most financial advice makes you feel like you need a fortune just to start playing the game, as if anything short of massive wealth doesn't even count. That's a lie. And it's one of the most damaging lies in personal finance. The truth is, money works in layers. There are specific financial altitudes where the environment changes. At certain levels, the air itself gets thinner, resistance drops, and your engine starts working differently. $20,000 is the first major altitude where you finally break through the turbulence and feel stable lift. Think of it like pushing a stalled car. At first, every inch is agony. Your muscles are shaking, your feet are sliding, the car barely responds. You're putting in serious effort, but the movement is almost invisible. It feels pointless. But once you hit a certain speed, momentum takes over. The pushing doesn't stop. You're still applying effort. But suddenly, the car rolls. Progress becomes visible. $20,000 is the point where your financial life starts rolling on its own. The physics change. Effort begins to compound instead of evaporating. But here's the part that's almost never discussed. The transformation isn't just in your portfolio or the number on your screen. It's in your mind. Without savings, your brain is locked in survival mode. Every decision is filtered through scarcity. Can I afford this? What if something goes wrong? What if I lose my job? Even small choices feel heavy because everything feels fragile. It's nearly impossible to plan for next year when your mental energy is consumed by next week. Money in the bank isn't just security, it's mental bandwidth. It creates breathing room inside your head. Research consistently shows that a basic emergency fund dramatically reduces financial anxiety. Even a small cushion can lower stress and improve decision-making. But a full buffer, about $20,000 for most people, does something deeper. It creates psychological runway. You're no longer bracing for impact at every turn. Your brain stops obsessing over survival questions and starts asking better ones. How do I improve? Where can I grow? What's my next move? This is the critical shift. Now, let's talk about the math, because this is where it really clicks. Say you save $800 a month with a 7% average return. Getting to that first $20,000 takes roughly 2 years of discipline, 2 years of consistency, patience, restraint. It's hard. It feels slow. That's why most people quit. But your second $20,000? That takes about 17 months. Your third? Even less. Why does the timeline shrink when the effort stays the same? Because your money has started recruiting help. Your initial pile is now generating its own returns, working alongside your monthly deposits. You're still saving, but now your money is saving with you. This is compound interest waking up. At first, it's quiet. Later, it's obvious. And eventually, it accelerates in ways that feel almost unfair. The first summit is the hardest. Everyone after that gets easier. But you might think wealthy people have secret investments. Not true. There's no hidden formula. The mechanism is brutally simple arithmetic. A 10% return on $2,000 is a $200 dinner. A 10% return on $20,000 is a $2,000 vacation. Same strategy, same index fund. different scale. The game doesn't change, the stakes do. However, saving this amount does something even more valuable than the cash itself. It changes who you believe you are. You've built the discipline of consistency. You've proven you can delay gratification. That's an identity shift. You are now a person who saves, not someone who wishes they could. This new identity changes how you see the world. When you're broke, surprises feel like threats. A flat tire is a crisis. With a $20,000 buffer, it's an inconvenience. Annoying, but manageable. More importantly, you start seeing opportunities instead of just obstacles. A side hustle needs seed money? You can consider it. A career-advancing course appears? You can evaluate the return. Your boss is unbearable. You have options. That's what money attracts money really means. Not magic, not luck. Options create leverage. Here's another shift most people don't notice. You stop sweating the small stuff. $5 coffees stop feeling like the problem. You focus instead on the big levers: housing, transportation, income growth, investment rates. That's where real progress lives. Which brings us to the most powerful change of all: your career. Without savings, you're trapped. You can't negotiate. You can't take risks. You can't say no. $20,000 in the bank is negotiation armor. Not for quitting recklessly, but for speaking confidently. Just knowing you could walk away changes your posture. You ask for raises. You pursue better projects. People respond to that confidence. Savings build confidence. Confidence builds income. Income builds more savings. Now, the fatal mistake. People hit this milestone and think, I deserve a reward. They celebrate too early. They upgrade their lifestyle before the foundation is secure. They buy the flashy car. They take the expensive trip. Don't. This money isn't a trophy. It's seed capital. That $30,000 car isn't just transportation. It's $200,000 missing from your future. The flashy car often comes with stress. The reliable used car comes with sleep. This isn't about deprivation. It's about intentionality, aligning your spending with the future you actually want. $20,000 won't make you rich, but it will change how you see money, how you see risk, how you see yourself. It changes the questions you ask in your head. You stop asking, how do I survive this month? And you start asking, how do I build something better? That shift matters more than most people realize. Because once your thinking changes, your behavior follows. You make calmer decisions. You think longer term. You stop panicking and start planning. You're no longer reacting to every bill, every surprise, every small setback. Instead, you're designing your life with intention. From surviving, you move to building. From stress, you move to strategy. From fear, you move to confidence. And that confidence compounds, just like money does. This is how foundations are built, quietly, consistently, without shortcuts. So don't rush the process. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Focus on the foundation, because once it's solid, everything you build on top of it stands stronger. If this resonated with you, hit the like button. Subscribe to Know It Quick for more insights that turn complexity into clarity. Start building your foundation today. Your future self is already thanking you for the discipline, the patience, and the decision you make right now.